Okay. Today is a day I have not been looking forward to, but it's something that has to be done. And it's long overdue. So, let's get started. Hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today is one of those days that I always dread, but I know it has to be done. If you're a person that cooks for just one or two people, then you will completely understand what I'm talking about. When you use something, a lot of times you have to freeze part of it, or say you open a pack of mixed veggies and you're just cooking for yourself, then those frozen mixed veggies are going back in the freezer. Or a lot of times if I open a jar of spaghetti sauce and I go ahead and make spaghetti sauce, put the hamburger meat and all that in it, then I wind up freezing most of it because I don't use it all at one time. So, a pack of buns. They don't sell hot dog buns in a 2-pack. I wish they did, but they don't. So you accumulate things in your freezer. You can only accumulate so much in your freezer, and then you have to do something with it. Well, I don't like food waste, so I don't want to throw it out. So what do? You start pulling things out of the freezer, and you see you have a partial bag of this, a partial bag of this, 2 partial bags of this, and 2 partial bags of this. So you have partial bags of things. I opened the second one because I didn't realize I had one in there. Why? Because I didn't see it. Because it was probably under something. So, I have some mixed veggies over here that need to be used. I have a whole bag of mixed veggies here. I even have some Pillsbury buttercream frosting that I need to get used up now. I have a partial bag of chicken breast slices. I have some ham that needs to be used. I have an idea for this. I even have spaghetti sauce that I need to get used up. So, a partial pack of weenies, some sweet apple chicken sausage, just lots of different things here. And that's just in the small freezer, the one that is attached to the refrigerator. That's not our large upright freezer. I'm not even going to attempt that yet. I need to get this one cleaned out, and the things that are in this need to be used. So hopefully between the little freezer, the contents of it, and the pantry, maybe I won't have to go to the store for anything. Maybe I won't have to go shopping. I can shop my freezer, my pantry, and my fridge, and hopefully we can get some of this cleared out of here. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I think I have tonight's menu worked out of things I've dug out of the freezer and refrigerator and pantry. So in this bag I have some smoked ribs. These are baby backs, and they've been in the freezer for a little while, so they need to be eaten. I have a couple more packs in there, but I can only eat so much. So I'm going to heat up some ribs. I'm going to make a baked potato, and I'm going to fix me a nice salad. I had this in the refrigerator. I bought it last week. I need to get started eating on that. So I'll have a salad with some lettuce and carrots and grape tomatoes. I grew these. And my cheese, crispy fried onions, and ranch to top it off with. So this is going to be dinner night 1. Okay, I have a pot of water on the stove. This is my preferred method of heating my smoked ribs up. These are ribs that Keith smoked a couple of months ago, and he always smokes more meat than what we need so that we can divide it up and put it in the freezer. And so I took a package of this out. It needs to be eaten. And I'm going to put it in this water and let this water come to a boil to heat my ribs up. I heat mine up by placing the bag in the water. I'm going to let that water come to a boil, and I'll turn it down on a medium-high heat. So probably on about a 7 on an electric stove. And I will let that boil for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes till I'm sure that it's hot. And then I'll remove it from the heat and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, I'm going to have a baked potato tonight with my salad and ribs. So I'm going to prep my potato. I've already washed it. I'm going to cook mine in the microwave, so I'm going to put a couple of slits in it before I get started. And I'm going to be using some I Can't Believe It's Not Butter spray. And I'm just going to spray some on the wax paper. That's wax paper that I have, so I'm going to spray some on the wax paper. And I'm going to spray just a little bit on the potato itself, just to kind of keep it moist while it's cooking. Just going to roll that up. Fold it up on the ends. And I'm going to place it in this microwave safe bowl. I'm going to pop it in the microwave for probably 8 to 10 minutes. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start getting my veggies chopped for my salad for dinner. But first, I want to take just a minute and thank my awesome husband for making me this beautiful cutting board. He does woodwork, and he built it to my specifications. He put these little built-in handles in it. It has little feet on the bottom. You can't see those, but they're there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's black walnut, and he did an amazing job. Okay, I'm going to get started chopping my veggies. This is about a quarter of a head of lettuce, iceberg lettuce. I'm just going to slice it thin. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to slice again. It's going to be a nice size salad. If this is too much lettuce, then I'll put some of it in the fridge and eat it tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side. I've got some baby carrots. I've got 6, and I'm just going to slice them in little coins. Slice them however you want to slice them. Okay, we've got our carrots sliced. Now I'm just going to take some grape tomatoes, and I'm going to slice these in half. I may quarter these. Okay. I am actually going to take those and I'm going to quarter them. So I'm going to slice those halves in half. Okay. It's got the makings of a nice salad going on right here. We'll get this put in a bowl. Okay, I've got my bowl. So we're just going to get this put in it. Throw some carrots in. Next we'll get our tomatoes. And we've got our salad started. Let's go check on our ribs. Okay, it's been about 8 to 10 minutes. The ribs are hot. The potato is done. I'm going to get this plated up. And there you have it. A delicious dinner for one. I had everything here at the house. I pulled from the freezer. Got the ribs from there. Had the potatoes already. I had everything to make the salad. I added some crispy fried onions to the top. And I put some ranch dressing on. And it is good to go. Looks delicious. But that's dinner. Smoked ribs, baked potato, and a salad. I'm going to go enjoy my dinner. Those ribs look delicious. Okay, y'all. Day 2, cleaning this freezer out. So, what's in store for today? I don't know. Let's go see. Okay, this is what we're using today. We've got cheese, chicken, a potato, a green onion, some ranch dressing, some bacon bits, salt, pepper, oregano, parsley flakes, and paprika. So we're going to be making a loaded potato ranch chicken casserole. This is going to be absolutely delicious. So hold tight and we'll get started. Okay, we're going to start by taking our potato. You want about 1 cup of unpeeled and diced potatoes. You don't want to peel it. You want to leave the peeling on for this recipe. So you're going to take, it says 1 cup. Now I'm taking 1 potato. So if that's not a cup, I hate it. And if it's over a cup, well, I hate that too. But that's what I'm using. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it down the middle. I don't like the way that looks on the end, so I am going to slice that off. Just going to take it. I'm going to slice it in 3 sections. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to dice it. Just dice it up. Slice it in circles if you want to. Cut it however you want to cut your tater. Cut it. I love taters. Potatoes. Love them. I'm just cutting mine in little pieces. Alright. You just want to just chunk them up. Just chunk them up. Then you want to take you either a casserole dish. I've got a smaller Pyrex dish. Mine's round. But I know that it'll hold what I'm going to put in here. So, I don't know what size this is. Let's see. It is a 4-cup Pyrex dish. It says it on the bottom. I'm going to take my potato and I'm just going to dump it over in this bowl. Then you want to take a 1/4 cup of ranch, but you want to divide it. So I've got a 1/4 cup, but I'm only going to use half of it. And I'm not going to get crazy and just go to throwing it in there. I'm going to get me a spoon. You're going to put that right on your taters. Going to use about half of it. That's about half. Now I'm just going to take it, I'm going to mix it all over those taters. Once you make sure that they're all nice and coated, this is where your seasonings come in. Okay? Alright. For your seasonings, you're going to, these first 2 you're going to season to taste, okay? You want some salt. salt. And you want some pepper. Remember, season to taste on the salt and pepper. Next, you're going to add parsley, and you want to go in with 1 teaspoon. So this is a half a teaspoon, so I'm going to use 2 of these. Next, you want oregano. You want to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of oregano. You want to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika. And you just want to take all that and you just want to just mix it around on those potatoes. Just get it all mixed up. You want those potatoes nice and coated. Get those taters coated. This smells really good, by the way. We're going to place this in a 450-degree oven, just like it is. You don't want to cover it. You want to leave it uncovered, and we're going to bake it for 30 minutes, uncovered. But we're going to stir it every 10 minutes, so you might want to set you a timer so you can remember to stir. Let's pop this in the oven for 30 minutes. 400. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and I'm using this already cooked grilled chicken breast strips, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it into smaller pieces because I don't want mine in big hunks like that. So we're going to take it and just cut it up. You need anywhere between 1/4 of a pound to 1/2 pound of chicken. And that's at least 1/4 of a pound in there. So I'm not even going to try to weigh this. I'm just going to get it cut into small pieces. Remember, mine is already fully cooked. If yours is not fully cooked, you can use any kind of chicken you want, but the recipe calls for boneless, skinless chicken breast that's cut into 1-inch diced pieces. So you would use 1/4 of a pound to 1/2 pound of diced up chicken. And if you're putting it in raw, that's fine. That's how the recipe calls for it. So I like to use the chicken that's already cooked because it's more convenient. So I'm going to place that in my bowl. And to this, I'm going to mix in the other half of my ranch dressing. You just want to pour it in. And if your chicken is not already cooked, if you have raw chicken, you're going to want to salt and pepper that chicken to taste. And you're just going to mix that ranch dressing in onto that chicken. If you see that you need any more, by all means, just add a little more in. I think mine's going to be fine. So now we'll wait for the potatoes to finish doing their par bake, and I'll let this hang out in the fridge until then. Okay, you're going to want some green onion when this casserole is complete and comes out of the oven. If you like green onion. If you don't like green onion, then just leave it off. You don't have to use it. It is optional. Green onion, however, does give this dish a lot of flavor. And I love green onion that is topping different foods. And this is one of them. So I'm just gonna cut my green onion. But what I don't use will go in the refrigerator. It's me again. Did you remember to stir your taters? Just remind me. Just remind me. Stir your taters. Okay, I remembered to stir my taters every 10 minutes. It's been 30 minutes, so you take them out of the oven. I gave them a final stir, and you're going to take your chicken that you mixed with the rest of that ranch dressing. Remember, my chicken is fully cooked, So I am not going to cook mine for another 20 minutes. I'm probably going to cook mine for another 10 to 15. As long as my taters are getting done like they should. And I think they are. I'll check them at 10 minutes and make sure that the taters are actually getting done. Because if you're using raw chicken breast, mix it with your ranch, and then you're just going to pour that on top. Do not stir it up. You're going to want to, but don't do it. You want to take some foil, cover that bowl of foil, casserole dish, whatever you're working with. Cover it with foil as best you can because that bad boy is hot. Okay, and you want to put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. Okay, your taters are still not done, so you're trying to get them taters done. Back in the oven for 20 more minutes. Yes, me again. I know y'all are tired of seeing me, but I may have forgot to tell you, when you put your chicken in on top of your taters and you cover it with foil, when you put it back in the oven, you need to drop that temp down to 400 degrees. Yeah, I might have forgot to tell you. I'm not real sure, so I'm including it here just in case. Okay, I'll be back with you. Okay, y'all, you're going to take that out of the oven after that 20 minutes. You're going to take your foil off. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks really good. You're going to take your either cooked, chopped up bacon, or I'm taking bacon bits. But you want to use 1/4 cup of chopped up bacon. And you just want to sprinkle that around the top. You're not going to stir this in. Just sprinkle it on the top of your chicken and potatoes. Use more or less, depending on what you like. You're going to take a 1/2 to 3/4 cup of shredded cheese, whatever kind of cheese you want. I like the Mexican cheese blend or the Fiesta blend, and that's actually what the recipe calls for. Yeah, I'm going to start with a 1/2 cup, and I'm just going to sprinkle it around all over the top of that. I actually think a 1/2 cup is going to be enough for me. If you use more or less, depending on your personal preference and what you like. Okay, now leaving it uncovered, you're going to take it and you're going to pop it back in the oven for another 10 minutes until your cheese is all melted and bubbly. Okay, y'all, there you go. It's fresh out of the oven. The cheese is all melty. It smells delicious. Okay, y'all, I've took some out of my little casserole and put it in this bowl. It's still hot. But I'm going to sprinkle some green onions on top. You could put some sour cream on top of this if you wanted to. We're going to take some of these green onions and just sprinkle the top with it. And that's how you do it. You can even put you some sour cream on top if you wanted to. After all, it is called a loaded chicken bacon ranch tater. So, there you go. We'll give it a taste. Okay, y'all. Are we ready to do a taste test? This is a loaded potato, a loaded tater ranch chicken casserole with bacon. Like I said, you could actually add sour cream on top of this to really make it a fully loaded baked tater. I think I got a little bit of everything on there, so let's give it a taste. Y'all, this is good. You need to make it. This would make a great dinner or lunch. That would make great leftovers if you wanted to make enough for more than one. Y'all, this is delicious. You got to try it. Let me know if you do. You can pair this with any vegetable you want to pair it with, or put a small side salad with it. Just whatever, the sky's the limit. This is good. So there you have it. There's your loaded potato ranch chicken casserole. Or as I like to call it, a loaded tater ranch bacon chicken casserole. Call it whatever you want to, but whatever you call it, it is delicious. So, can't wait to see what we cook tomorrow.